Part 23. The real daughter has become famous all over the world for fortune-telling. Author, Wang Chris Bone. Chapter 221. Pei Anzu is not in a hurry to start the next live broadcast. She and Shen Yueran lived in Shiyungan for nearly half a month, firstly to sort out the books they had just brought back, and secondly to teach Shen Yueran basic knowledge. During this process, Pei Anzu released Up to help, and fed her delicious food every day, allowing Up to experience many beautiful things in the world that he had never experienced in hundreds of years. Half a month later, Shen Yueran had something to go back to Yunqing. Ziazu, I have to go back. It's Suyuyu's birthday in a few days. I promised her that I would attend her birthday party, so I have to go back in advance to prepare. Suyuyu is one of Shen Yueran's second-generation friends. The Pei family held a banquet to introduce Pei Anzu's return. She had met these friends of Shen Yueran at the banquet. Later, when she wanted to open a talisman shop, Shen Yueran called these friends over to help. Pei Anzu still remembers that Suyuyu was a very lively and cheerful girl who was still chasing stars in the entertainment industry and liked the best actor Zhu Yanzhou. At that time, Pei Anzu also approached Zhu Yanzhou's agent, Sister Song, and asked for some signed photos to give to her. Then go back. I also need to go to the hospital to see how the old Taoist priest is recovering, Pei Anzu said. Soon, the two of them packed up their things and returned to Yunqing. This time when she went back, Shen Yueran brought 2 metaphysics books that she had not studied yet. Since she had made up her mind to take this path, she naturally could not give up halfway and must seize all the time to enrich herself. In this regard, Pei Anzu is happy to see the success. After the two returned to Yunqing, they parted ways. Shen Yueran returned to the Shen family, while Pei Anzu went to the hospital to visit the old Taoist priest. Speaking of which, she hasn't visited the old Taoist priest for a while. Mainly because she was too busy, several live broadcasts involved major cases, and she couldn't let it go, so she had to travel around the country, spending most of her time away from Yunqing. Even when she was in Yunqing, she basically practiced in the Feng family and rarely went out. But it's not like she hasn't contacted the old Taoist priest. She would sometimes call the old Taoist priest, but most of the time, the old Taoist priest would talk to her with the loudspeaker on, while cursing that her teammates were bad at playing games. Listening to the old Taoist priest's energetic voice, Pei Anzu knew that he was in good spirits. Even though he knew that there was nothing wrong with the old Taoist priest, Pei Anzu didn't really care about everything. This time he happened to go to the hospital to take a look at the old Taoist priest when he had time. The old Taoist priest still lives in the Pei family's hospital. Although the Pei family is not very good, the hospital under the Pei family is indeed good, and according to the original agreement with Pei Anzu, the old Taoist priest was given the best treatment conditions. The top VIP single ward, with one-on-one medical and nursing staff, took good care of the old Taoist priest from all aspects, ensuring that he lived happily and comfortably in the hospital. When Pei Anzu arrived at the ward, he saw the old Taoist priest sitting leaning against the hospital bed. Hands of his hands were holding the tablet, and a few fingers were swiping across the screen at a speed that did not look like that of an old man in his 60s. The group has started, one wave after another. A few seconds later, the enemy crystal exploded, and a victory resounded through the ward. The old Taoist priest was so excited that he wanted to jump out of bed. Pei Anzu looked at it for a while, with a subtle expression on his face, and said, "Is this game really that fun? Oh, granddaughter, you're here." When the old Taoist saw Pei Anzu, he immediately waved to her and said, "Of course it's fun, I haven't trained all the heroes to full level yet. Look at you like this, I'm doing pretty well. It doesn't feel like I'm in hospital at all." Pei Anzu chuckled. "It's not bad. It's so comfortable to be served by someone who is eating and drinking well." The old Taoist priest shrugged. "The doctor came to check yesterday and said that I was almost recovered and there was no need to live here. He asked me to contact my family, but I haven't had enough time yet, so I didn't call you. Who knew the hospital was so stupid? Chiao Chiao informed you to come over. Are you ready to be discharged? Pei Anzu was pleasantly surprised, then smiled helplessly. The hospital didn't contact me, but I came to see you when I had time today. Since you can leave, why don't I go and handle the discharge procedures for you now? No need, they didn't force me to leave. It is said that someone helped me pay for it. Can't I continue to live here? The old Taoist asked. The blood clot in his brain has not disappeared, and the lost memory has not been restored. He does not know what kind of life he lived in the past. But judging from the scars on his body and the calluses on his hands, he must have had a rough life before. Now it is rare to be able to eat, sleep, and not have to work, so he still wants to continue to live happily for a while. Pei Anzu felt a rare twinge of guilt in his heart after listening to the old Taoist priest's words. She inherited the memory of the original owner and knew all the details of how the original owner and the old Taoist grandfather had been dependent on each other since childhood. She also knew that the old Taoist priest did not live a good life in order to support the original owner when he grew up. Since she came to this world, although she wanted to take care of the old Taoist priest for her original owner, she has been busy and somewhat neglected the needs of the old Taoist priest. But it's not too late. She can detect her omissions in time and make changes as soon as possible. So she thought about it and said to the old Taoist priest, "After you are discharged from the hospital, I will also find a few people to take care of you. Some people will help you cook, and some will help you wash your clothes. You can eat whatever you want and play whatever you want. It's even more free than here. You can't run around in the hospital, right? There will be a lot of other fun things to do when you get out. The most important thing is that this is the Pei family's hospital." Even though the Pei family kept their promise for the time being and did not do anything to the old Taoist priest, she was still worried about putting him on the Pei family's territory. The old Taoist priest was easily satisfied. After losing his memory, he was like a child. As soon as he heard that he could eat and play as he pleased, he immediately got off the hospital bed and shouted that he was going to be discharged. Pei Anzu didn't waste any time and went through the discharge procedures for the old Taoist priest as quickly as possible. From beginning to end, she never thought of notifying the Pei family. As for the hospital, it is none of her business when to break the news to the Pei family. After being discharged from the hospital, Pei Anzu took the old Taoist priest to the house in Baiki Lake community. This place is the territory of the Qin family, which can prevent the Pei family from reaching out randomly to a certain extent. More importantly, Shen Yueran bought a house opposite her and could also help take care of the old Taoist priest. After settling the old Taoist priest in, Pei Anzu immediately found some housekeeping services, selected the best service personnel, and arranged them for the old Taoist priest. It is indeed true that you get what you pay for. Pei Anzu now has money in his hands, and the housekeeping service he hires is also the best. The staff has undergone the most rigorous on-the-job training, and the employer can definitely enjoy a full range of thoughtful services. In addition, Pei Anzu also gave the old Taoist priest a card, which contained 100,000 yuan a month. Compared to what Pei Anzu earned, this amount of money is not much, but it is enough for the old Taoist priest. After all, Pei Anzu spends his own money for food, clothing, housing, and transportation, and this 100,000 yuan is purely his pocket money. He uses the money to buy game heroes and skins, occasionally top up some happy beans, and find people online to fight landlords and play mahjong, which is more than enough. The old Taoist priest is very satisfied with this and enjoys his current life. The real daughter has become famous all over the world for fortune-telling. Author, Wang Chris Bone. Chapter 222. After settling the old Taoist priest in Baikahu community, Pei Anzu was not in a hurry to return to Feng's family. She stayed here with the old Taoist priest for a few days, helping him to familiarize himself with the surrounding environment, identify the way home, and adapt to the life here. After the old Taoist priest confirmed that there was no problem, she was ready to leave. But before she could return to Feng's house, Shen Yueran came to the door with Su Yuyu. Su Yuyu came to deliver birthday party invitations. Sister Pei, tomorrow is my birthday. If you are free, can you come to attend? I'm really sorry. When I proposed hosting a banquet a few months ago, I didn't even know you then. You were very busy and there was no chance to contact you again. No, Ting Yueran said that you might be free recently, so I came to invite you to give it a try. Of course, I know you are very busy, and you are busy with big things. If you don't have time, it doesn't matter if you don't come to participate. Pei Anzu looked at Su Yuyu's slightly expectant eyes, thought for a moment, and then nodded. I happen to be free and will be ready to come. Yeah, when Su Yuyu heard this, she jumped up happily with excitement on her face. Sister Pei, you don't know that since you played the word test game with us last time, they all admire you and have been thinking about it. When I have the opportunity to have a meal with you, Fu Chong and his group will definitely be happy to be able to treat you to my birthday this time. Pei Anzu saw Su Yuyu's face flushed with excitement and subconsciously touched her head. In an instant, Su Yuyu became even more excited. Then, Sister Pei, you must come, we are waiting for you. Don't worry, my birthday party is a private party. There are no elders, and I don't invite people with bad relationships. We just played games in the small garden last time. Of 10 people. This is telling Pei Anzu that there will never be anyone without eyesight, such as the Pei family. Pei Anzu nodded, okay, I understand. After sending the invitations, Shen Yueran and Su Yuyu left, while Pei Anzu was thinking about what kind of birthday gift to give Su Yuyu. This is the first time she has had a friend celebrate her birthday since she came to this world. Pei Anzu thought about it carefully. The Su family is a wealthy family, very rich, and Su Yuyu is the youngest daughter of the Su family. She was raised by nobles and nobles since she was a child. She wants the stars but not the moon. She has seen a lot of good things. Although she has money now, if she just spends money to buy a gift, I am afraid it will be too perfunctory, and maybe others will not appreciate it. When giving gifts, give them either what they need or what they like. Thinking of this, Pei Anzu suddenly remembered that Su Yuyu seems to be a star chaser. She likes Zhu Yanzhou very much. In this case, she can ask Sister Song for help and send some peripherals about Zhu Yanzhou. But these peripheral items, unless they were out of print a long time ago, should be easy to collect with Su Yuyu's financial resources, so this amount is far from enough. Then give her an amulet. This amulet is not the kind she usually draws casually on yellow paper. She plans to buy a better piece of jade and carve the protective formation on it to make it an accessory. She did what she said and immediately went to the Qin family's jade store. The Qin family has several jade mines in the southwest region and has mined a lot of rough stones. Although they also have their own processing plants, they also sell rough stones. Pei Anzu was a distinguished guest of the Qin family. She easily obtained a batch of top-quality rough stones. She selected the best ones and had them cut into 5 pieces of the size she wanted. She spent 15 million on this stone. This is the fracture price given by the Qin family for her sake. Otherwise, if such a top-grade thing is made into jewelry and sold, the price will at least triple. Of course, you don't need 5 yuan to give Su Yuyu an amulet, you only need 1 piece of it. After getting the stone, Pei Anzu bought the tools and started carving after taking it home. Fortunately, she was now at the peak of foundation building and could not eat, drink or sleep without feeling tired. It's just that time is still a bit rushed after all. Tomorrow is Su Yuyu's birthday, and she only has 1 day to prepare, so she doesn't plan to carve a very complicated formation. Just a basic version of the protective formation is enough. After all, a rich girl like Su Yuyu is followed by bodyguards wherever she goes, and ordinary dangers cannot find her. She does not need to use the amulet. If she really needs help, this formation is enough. Before carving the amulet, Pei Anzu sent Sister Song a WeChat message. Sister Song, do you have all the peripherals of Zhu Best Actor since his debut, whether it's photo albums, magazines, or posters? I want to collect a complete set and give it to a younger sister as a birthday gift. She is a fan of Zhu Best Actor. I can trade the amulet with you, or I can have other amulets you want. The managers of popular artists like this are very busy. Pei Anzu thought that Sister Song would have to be free for at least a while before replying to her. Unexpectedly, she called the next second. Hello, Sister Song. Master Pei, I'm sorry to disturb you by calling you rashly. Sister Song said, actually, I have been hesitating whether to contact you just now, but you sent me a message unexpectedly. You want to see me if you have something to do? Pei Anzu asked. It's like this. One of my artists, a junior sister from A's Hutong Company, recently encountered a strange thing. She suspected that she encountered something unclean, but she was not sure if it was her imagination. Sister Song explained simply, if it's convenient, could you please make a trip? After hearing this, Pei Anzu paused and asked. Is the artist you mentioned by your side now? Can you make a video call so I can see her face? She's not here. She has a performance tomorrow and was called to rehearsal today. Sister Song said, we won't have time until after the performance tomorrow night. Pei Anzu did a little calculation and determined that this matter would not pose a life threat to the junior sister for the time being, so he agreed. Okay, give me your address and I'll come find you tomorrow night. That's great, thank you Master Pei. Sister Song thanked her profusely, and then said, by the way, our studio has always collected a Joe's peripheral collection, all of which are signed editions. There are 10 sets in total. Originally, I plan to give it to a good friend. If Master Pei needs it, I will send it to you immediately. Just express delivery. I'm in Yunchinj, Pei Anzu said. It doesn't matter, I'm in Yunchinj now, and A's whose junior sister is also in Yunchinj. Tomorrow's performance will be at the Yunchinj Grand Theater. Sister Song said, the assistant from the studio is going to send something over anyway, so I asked just bring them along. The two of them agreed on the matter and agreed on a time to meet. Pei Anzu carved the amulet all night and completed the above formation early the next morning. She polished the amulet into the shape of a leaf, and the veins on it were rune formations. Threaded with a red string, it looked like a jade leaf pendant with excellent water quality. It is suitable for girls to wear. Pei Anzu nodded with satisfaction. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The real daughter has become famous all over the world for fortune telling. Author, Wang Chris Bone. Chapter 223. Chapter 223 Yacht Party. At about 9 o'clock in the morning, Pei Anzu received a call from Sister Song, saying that an assistant had been sent to deliver Zhu Yanzhou's peripherals. Pei Anzu went to the gate of the community and met Zhu Yanzhou's assistant Xiaoman. Xiaoman saw Pei Anzu and stepped forward to say hello with a smile. Master Pei, I have sent all the peripherals that Brother Joe has had since his debut. I heard from Sister Song that you wanted to give them away, so I took it upon myself to make a box and package it. Don't mind it. How is that possible? I like it very much, thank you. Pei Anzu couldn't help but smile when he saw the exquisite and beautiful big box. As expected of someone from the entertainment industry, he is very considerate in his work. This way, Pei Anzu will not have to choose and pack gift boxes, and he will not have to worry about running out of time. After sending Xiaoman away, Pei Anzu took Zhu Yanzhou's peripheral gift boxes and the jade leaf pendant that she had carved all night, and drove to the venue of Su Yuyu's birthday party. Su Yuyu's birthday this time was held on a yacht. The yacht was a birthday gift from her father. It was said that she had been preparing it half a year ago. Fu Chong also mentioned it at the Pei family banquet last time. It's just that Suyuyu has not been open to play on the yacht since she received it. This time, she took advantage of her birthday to invite her close friends to a party. Pei Anzu arrived at his destination, parked his car, and boarded the yacht with gifts and invitations. She arrived relatively late. Shen Yueran, Fu Chang, and others came over early in the morning to help with the arrangement. As soon as Pei Anzu got on the boat, the yacht left. For a yacht party, it definitely won't be parked on the shore. It would be fun to go to the endless sea and drink wine while enjoying the sea breeze. Suyuyu jumped 3 feet high with joy when she saw Pei Anzu's gift. Whether it's Zuyanzou's peripherals or a jade pendant that can protect her life, they are all good things she needs and wants. Moreover, this jade looks good at first glance and is worth a lot of money. It also costs favors to get the complete collection of Zuyanzou's peripherals. This gift is really too precious. Suyuyu kept this incident in mind, thinking that if there is an opportunity in the future, she must repay Master Pei well. The people who came to the birthday party were all young people who had good relationships and loved to play and make trouble. There was no barrier between them, so it quickly became lively. Although the yacht is not particularly big, it has everything it should have, and is even fully equipped, as if it was specially built for eating, drinking, and having fun. Cafeteria, wine cellar, small supermarket, bar, KTV, cinema, roller skating rink, chess and card room, board game room, gym, library. As long as any activity that can be carried out indoors, there is basically an exclusive venue here. The complete range and rich content can fully meet the different needs of all guests. Whether they are as quiet as a virgin or as active as a crazy rabbit, they can find a venue they like. Suyuyu took everyone around and then asked. You can take whatever you want to eat and drink here. If you ring the bell, someone will bring it to you. It won't delay your fun. But what do you want to play? Do you want to play together or separately? Let's play together. It's so hard to get together, how boring is it to be apart? Fu Chang was very interested. What's more, there is Master Pei, we have to take her to play. I suggest playing werewolf or script killing. Suzuiruo raised her hand and suggested, after all, there are 10 of us, and these are the only 2 games that can allow 10 of us to participate at the same time. Then let's kill the werewolf, Fu Chang said. It's too hard to kill in the script, and there's not enough time today. This proposal was unanimously approved by everyone. Soon, everyone came to the board game room. Suyuyu took out a deck of werewolf killing cards from the cabinet and selected 10 of them, one of them, Judge. The other 9 cards are the 3 wolves, the 3 gods, witches, hunters, and prophets, and the 3 people. Play the simplest rules, do not run for sheriff, draw lots to determine the order of speaking, and the judge determines whether to speak clockwise or counterclockwise. If all the werewolves are eliminated, the good guys win. If the werewolves kill gods or civilians, the werewolves win. At the beginning, everyone excitedly drew ID cards. But one thing they ignored was that there was a bug like Pei Anzu among the players. She doesn't need to judge the status of others based on what others say. She can tell other people's identities simply by counting. So, when she was a werewolf, she basically slaughtered the gods, and every time she killed one, she was sure. When she was a good person, she brought the good people to vote, and every time she voted, she was sure. Winning no matter what. After 3 games, other players lost their gaming experience, and then Sky Eye players were banned from entering the game, and Pei Anzu was forced to become a permanent judge. Fortunately, Pei Anzu didn't care about this. Seeing these young people playing and having fun, she felt a lot better, because this kind of simple excitement has never been seen in the world of cultivation. After the werewolf killing, everyone went to the KTV to sing. There are those with beautiful voices, and there are also those who are howling like ghosts. Anyway, the main thing is to be happy, and you are not afraid of being embarrassed if you don't sing well. After all, we are all close friends here, not outsiders. Until about 4 o'clock, Suyuyo stopped everyone, and then took out a stack of tickets. Everyone, the yacht is returning soon and we are about to enter the last part of today. What part? Shen Yuan asked. Did you prepare other things? Of course, I have prepared a surprise for everyone. Suyuyu distributed the tickets to everyone, and then explained, you have all heard of the recently popular stage actor Feng Xiaozai, right? She has a show tonight at the Yunchinj Grand Theater. I asked someone to get the tickets for this show, and I invite you to go see it. As soon as Fu Chong heard this, he quickly picked up the tickets and was very excited for a moment. Feng Xiaozai? It's actually Feng Xiaozai's performance ticket. I'll go, Suyuyu, you can do it. This ticket has been sold by scalpers on the internet for hundreds of thousands or even millions, and you actually bought 10 tickets in one go. Shen Yuan took the ticket and looked at it several times, wondering. Am I out of date? Who is this Feng Xiaozai? Why do you all seem to know her? Suzuiruo stepped forward to popularize science at this time. You have been busy following Master Pei and have not paid attention to the entertainment industry. Naturally, you don't know this Feng Xiaozai is a stage actor who has become popular in the past 6 months. It is said that she used to be an ordinary actor in the Daoyao song and dance troupe. She studied there for more than 10 years and was unknown. However, half a year ago, the female lead of the Daoyao song and dance troupe suddenly fell ill and was unable to perform. Feng Xiaozai passed the competition and with her excellent ability, she became a substitute female lead. From that day on, all the stage plays she starred in were sold out. Many people didn't like to watch stage plays at first, but as soon as they saw her performance video, they fell in love with her. I see many fans saying that Feng Xiaozai spent 10 years sharpening her sword and became famous all over the world. It was because she worked hard in the past that she was able to seize the opportunity and make the role vivid and charming. What's more, online fans said that when watching Feng Xiaozai's musical, they felt very immersed in it, as if they were immersed in it, making people want to watch it a second time after watching it once. It's just that with Feng Xiaozai's popularity, it's hard to get tickets for her performances. I've always wanted to go but never had the chance. I didn't expect that thanks to you, I'd be able to go and experience it. End of this chapter.